Your stomach is currently fighting a war against a yellow slice of plastic. Every single time you swallow a fast food burger, you are dropping a chemical bomb into your gut that refuses to melt. Think about that for a second. Your body is warm, but it is not a furnace. If a 1,000-degree lighter flame cannot melt this cheese, how is your soft human stomach supposed to break it down? The truth is, it can't. Welcome to the biggest scam in the corporate cage. We are told this yellow square is dairy. We are told it's food, but the law in the United States says something very different. This stuff has so little real milk that it is legally required to be called a product, not cheese. It is a terrifying mix of industrial oils, fake colors, and chemical glues designed to look perfect on a poster, but stay solid in your intestines. We took a lighter to a slice from the golden arches. It didn't drip like butter. It turned pitch black and smelled like a burning car tire. That black smoke and those chemical bubbles, that is exactly what you are feeding your family. You are lining your insides with a yellow wax that could sit there for days, causing pain, gas, and bloating that you just can't explain. By the end of this video, I will show you the secret ingredient that makes this slice immortal. You will never look at a burger the same way again. Stop eating that slice. Your body is begging you to listen. The people running the corporate cage have a dark secret. They aren't in the business of feeding you. They are in the business of shelf life. To a billion-dollar burger chain, a real piece of cheese is a major problem. Why? Because real cheese is alive. A real cheese grows mold, it smells, and it changes color. In their world, that means lost profit. So, they engineered a frankenfood that never dies. When you look at that yellow square, you see a tasty snack. When they look at it, they see a masterpiece of chemical engineering. They took a tiny bit of milk and mixed it with industrial-grade emulsifiers. These are the glues of the food world. Their only job is to hold oil and water together so tightly that they never let go. This is why that slice stays perfectly shiny and smooth for months in a hot truck. It's not fresh. It's preserved in a state of fake life. But here is the part that should make you angry. In the USA, the government has strict rules. For something to be called cheese, it has to be made of mostly milk. These fast food slices failed that test. If you look at the big boxes in the back of their kitchens, it doesn't say cheddar. It says pasteurized prepared cheese product. The word product is a legal warning. It's their way of saying, this isn't what you think it is. They are hacking your brain to crave a chemical cocktail while your stomach pays the price. To truly understand why this slice refuses to melt in your stomach, we have to look inside the corporate lab. Real cheese is simple: milk, salt, and time. But corporate cheese is a complex math equation designed to maximize profit. The secret weapon is a chemical called sodium phosphate. In the industrial world, this substance is used as a heavy-duty metal cleaner, and even in some fertilizers. In your burger, it acts as a chemical lock. It bonds the fats and liquids together so tightly that they can never pull apart. This is why the cheese doesn't drip or oil off when it gets hot. The chemical glue is holding it in a permanent, fake state of perfection. But here is the scary part for your body. Because those molecules are fused together by industrial chemicals, your stomach acid literally cannot find a way inside. Your body tries to digest it, but the chemical lock is stronger than your biology. Then you have the industrial oils. Most of these slices are pumped full of cheap, highly processed palm or canola oils. When these oils are mixed with chemical glues, they create a waxy substance that acts more like rubber than food. This is exactly why, when we held the lighter to the slice, it charred like a car tire instead of melting like dairy. Your stomach operates at a steady 98 degrees, but these synthetic bonds are engineered to survive extreme conditions. When you swallow that burger, that product lands in your gut like a slab of wet clay. It doesn't dissolve, it lingers. It coats your intestinal walls in a thick yellow film that blocks your body from absorbing real nutrients. You aren't just eating a meal, You're installing a layer of industrial wax inside your digestive system that your body simply wasn't built to handle. Now, I want you to think about the long-term cost of that $1 burger. Every time you choose convenience over real food, you are making a deal with the corporate cage. The price isn't just the money in your wallet, it's the quality of your future life. Imagine your digestive system like a clean set of pipes. Real food flows through, breaks down, and feeds your brain. But this cheese product is like pouring liquid wax down those pipes every single day. Over time, that wax builds up into a sticky, toxic sludge. This is why so many people in the US suffer from brain fog, constant bloating, and a total lack of energy. You aren't just getting old, you are being poisoned by degrees. When those industrial glues sit in your gut, your body sounds a constant alarm. This leads to chronic inflammation, which is the root of almost every major health crisis we face today. Think about the fear of regret. 10 years from now, when you're facing health problems that could have been avoided, will that convenient burger still look like a good deal? Parents, it is even worse for your children. Feeding a growing child, synthetic slices is like building a house with rotten wood. We are seeing record numbers of gut issues in young people because the corporate giants prioritize their shipping bills over your child's health. The regret comes when you realize you were tricked by a bright yellow color and a salty taste. Stop being a lab rat. Escaping the corporate cage is easier than you think, but it requires one thing: awareness. You have to stop looking at the pretty picture on the menu and start looking at the ingredients. The good news is that your body is incredibly resilient. Once you stop pouring that liquid wax into your system, your gut can finally start the cleaning process and heal itself. The first step is the real cheese test. When you are at the grocery store, look at the label. If it says cheese product, cheese food, or singles, put it back immediately. Those are the industrial code words for synthetic. Real cheese only needs 4 simple ingredients: milk, salt, cultures, and an enzyme called rennet. If the ingredient list looks like a chemistry experiment with words you can't even pronounce, it does not belong in your body. When you are at a restaurant, don't be afraid to ask, is this real cheddar or is it a processed slice? Most fast food workers won't even know, but the fact that you are asking puts the power back in your hands. If they can't promise it's real dairy, skip the cheese. Start choosing hard cheeses like real cheddar, Swiss, or Parmesan. These are aged naturally and don't need chemical glues to stay together. You might pay a few cents more, but you are buying fuel for your life, not filler for a landfill. You are choosing a clear brain and a healthy gut. This is the moment of truth. You can finish this video, close your phone, and go right back to the corporate cage. You can keep buying the $1 burgers and ignore the yellow wax building up in your system. But now, you can't say you didn't know. Every time you see that shiny, unmelting slice, you will remember the black smoke from the lighter test. You will remember the industrial chemical lock sitting in your gut. That is the burden of the truth. Once you see it, you can never unsee it. The golden arches and the corporate king are betting that you are too tired or too busy to care. They are banking on your convenience being more important than your longevity. They want you to stay quiet, stay hungry, and stay addicted to their chemical cocktails. But you have a choice. Your kitchen is the last line of defense for your family's health. By choosing real food, you are staging a revolution against a billion-dollar industry that views you as nothing more than a profit margin. Don't wait for a doctor's visit to change your life. Don't wait until the inflammation turns into a permanent disease. The fear of regret is the only thing more painful than the effort of changing your diet. Take a stand today. Share this with someone you love who still eats those synthetic slices. Let them know that their body is worth more than a cheap product. The choice is yours. Will you be a customer or will you be a survivor?